Hello and welcome back to Big Bad Bard Plays Enter the Gungeon. So last time we did the pilot and we killed his past. I have already killed the convict's past. That was on the video that was kind of lost. So I'm going to play as the convict and try to kill her past. When you kill a character's past, you get an alternate costume. So let's try to do the convict in her alternate costume. What do we need to do here? We need to get the first floor flawless for the elevator guy. I looked up the NPC's names. His name is Taylor. So we're going to get the first floor flawless for Taylor. Let's talk to these guys. Do they have anything to say to us? No, just oh ho 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 and shuffle off. And here we've got Ox and Cadence. He has nothing new to say to us, just that his arm was caught in the shifting walls below. We have found it. We almost have it back to him. I think it's on the first floor right now. So what do we have here? It looks like a lot of bullet modifications. Beam weapon and a heart container. So let's get the heart and these bullet modifications. We do have enough to get something else too. The origami and the Raiden coil. Actually, we can get both of them. Let's just clear out all of what we can buy from them. Okay. So yeah, we have a couple of things that we can finish on this run actually. We could finish the elevator to the second floor. We can finish the arm quest for Ox and Cadence. I guess really just for Ox. And then killing the past on this character. I've already done it, but just kind of for the sake of recording it, I would like to do it again. And if I get to the convict's past and somehow die, it's very possible to die during any of the pasts. But if I do end up dying, then maybe I'll just leave it at that. Nothing really happens after it starts. Really, the main important event is what happens when it starts. And you can kind of deduce what would happen if you fail or succeed otherwise. Okay. Got the shop over here. Let's check in there. I'm sure there's going to be a key. We haven't seen any on the floor yet. There is a key. We've got the Glacier, which is an ice weapon. It can also it shoots ice cubes that break bullets wherever the ice cube breaks. We've got the heart bottle. That's just an extra heart container. It's pretty expensive though. I don't know if we'll be able to afford it. Okay. Just continuing through this first floor, we have the balloon. Now we just need to look for the arm. We can finish that and talk to Ox after this run or before the next one. Alright, killed all the little bullet bats. We've got... I'm okay picking up that key. We've already been to the shop. And we've got the balloon. I don't think there's a way to lose the balloon after you've picked it up. I know taking damage doesn't pop it or anything weird like that. I haven't tried jumping in a pit. And if I have fallen into a pit with the balloon already strapped to me, I haven't noticed it going away. So we lost the water barrel there down to the oubliette. There might be another one on this floor. And if we don't get to go down to the oubliette, that's okay. We've been there a few times already. I'm gonna just use this Molotov, light these guys up. I feel like it would have been too much to ask for that mage to teleport into the fire. But that would have been really cool. Oh! I guess there was an explosive barrel behind me. I didn't see it. But it gave us the heart back, so that's nice. Thank you, game. You didn't have to do that. So I've definitely played, a little bit of this game, but I've played way more of The Binding of Isaac. And one thing I've noticed is this game seems to be a lot less forgiving in terms of resources, health, keys. Ammo is maybe the only thing that it gives you enough of. And even then, some runs you can kind of be struggling for. If they don't give you keys to get guns, then you might end up using the same couple of guns for more than one floor, and I lost the other water barrel. Damn. And it can just kind of starve you out over time. You'll end up in really unideal situations. So since we can't get to the oubliette, figured I'd try just unlocking the chests, see what we get there. Flare gun is not great, but it gives you a long-range option against the boss instead of having to use the sawed-off shotgun, and it gives you a status effect in the form of fire. And if we can get something like the hip holster, works really well with the hip holster. So not a mimic. We got a passive item. It is Rolling Eye. Back at you. Alright, this is going to be all the things we bought back in the breach. Back at you. Rolling through bullets rebounds them toward their owners. Okay, that sounds kind of cool. Let's check for the secret room. I didn't think it would be down or to the right there. I shouldn't have used those bullets, but it's 2 rounds, or 2 shells. I've got the Gatling goal. Yeah, I'm just going to pepper him with shots from the flare gun. Now, it is pretty important to flawless this fight, just to get the elevator finished for Taylor, the elevator man. And something to note, once you do complete an elevator, or I guess anytime you use an elevator, I guess 2 things here. Whenever you complete an elevator going down to the next floor, you'll unlock a new item that will show up in the gungeon, and they're actually pretty cool. Ooh, it's close dodge. They're pretty cool items. It's definitely worth unlocking them. It doesn't really matter when you unlock them, and that's just kind of the game, or the type of game that this is. You can make progress at any sort of pace you want to. Oh, that was... I thought he was landing right there. So we've taken a little bit of damage. That's a bummer. Oh, anyways, what I was saying was, after you unlock it, or after you unlock an elevator, you unlock a new item. But then using the elevators makes it so that that run does not accumulate hegemony credits, these green credits you pick up after a boss. So just keep that in mind. You can use it to maybe accomplish certain things. If you're having a really hard time getting down to the forge with a certain character for whatever reason, then maybe you could use it after you've unlocked the shortcut to the forge. But typically, what I would say is if you've already unlocked the shortcut to the forge, you probably have good enough sense to get down to the forge. You've probably been there enough times. One thing that is consistent across all of the elevator unlocks is the flawless on the boss before it. So for the forge, to unlock that elevator, you have to flawless the 4th floor boss, whatever you're coming across. And if you're doing that, chances are you're doing okay. So we got Angry Bullets. It's a bullet modifier. Hitting an enemy has a chance to refire the projectile at a nearby enemy. These bullets are imbued with the white-hot rage of Caliber herself. And Caliber is a character in the lore of the game. Some sort of goddess in the gungeon, is my understanding. She's only referenced a couple of times in the flavor text for some of these items. So we did not get the mastery round for flawlessing that last boss. It's unfortunate. Yeah, you can see the Angry Bullet. It's kind of just bouncing off. It doesn't appear to really be trying to hit any other enemies, but these were all kind of spread out, so it's hard to tell. Oh yeah, and the rolling through bullets sends them back. And you can get more than 1 bullet at a time with that. Oh, so I really messed up on the Gatling goal fight. If I had just rolled through those bullets instead of trying to roll... Well, I thought I was trying to roll through them. I'm not sure how I got hit then. Unless I just came out of the roll right when the bullet hit me. Maybe it's just poor timing on my part. That's, I'd say, more likely than the game messing up. the game follows certain rules of logic. My perception, you know, human perception is pretty terrible in general. We're very unreliable beings. I mean, look at, you know, any number of police cases where they have eyewitness testimonies that do not match up at all. They could have 20 people in the same room see the same event and describe it completely differently. We have not been to the shop. And I don't think anything needs... Okay, the Frost Giant needs a little bit of ammo, so I'll just pick it up for the sake of it. We don't have another door out of this room, so let's come over here. I'll go back to the budget revolver for a minute. Actually in this room I don't want to do that. I see one of those asshole shotgun guys, and if I could avoid them, yeah, that worked. Oh, and I still took damage from the slightly less of an asshole shotgun guy. Alright, so here's the shop. What do you got for us? Table Tech Rage, which gives you extra damage when you flip a table. We got Flash Ray, which is okay. It's pretty inaccurate though. And we'll grab a key for sure. We have one key back on the floor there. Okay, so this looks like the way looping around to the item room over here. We'll take out the basic pistol to clean up those enemies. Okay, well, let's see what we got here. Blunderbuss. It's kind of a old-fashioned shotgun. No secret room. Oh, I kind of thought that the fire would stop after clearing that room, and leaving it and re-entering, I guess. I don't know what I thought would happen there. I don't know why I thought the fire wasn't going to show up. So I'm not a big fan of this weapon, but it does okay for first couple of floors. So we might as well use it and get some value out of it. We spent a key, which wasn't, you know, a lot, but still worth it to get some value. Clear a few rooms, maybe half a floor with it. I don't know. We'll just see how far the ammo takes us. And it can, you know, two-shot most enemies, so that's pretty decent. Oh, wow, I thought I had snuck around that corner, Mr. Sniper. Oh yeah, I can one-shot these guys at close enough range. It's a little dangerous, but... yeah. I'm just going to pretend that that round of bullets didn't happen, and we're just going to start over from here. Okay, maybe one more. Yeah, that did it. I thought I would kill him on the round before he died, but I just couldn't get that last shot in time. And actually, with all of these bullets getting the benefit of angry bullets in crowded situations, this gun is very powerful, or has the potential to be very powerful. Because if you're hitting one guy with, you know, however many shots come out of this, and probably not all of them, maybe half, that's still a lot, and then all of those ricochet off to, you know, the next enemy behind them, seems like it's a lot of damage output. I guess without knowing the damage value of each individual bullet, you can't really calculate that, but still, interesting math. Oh, get pushed off the edge, Mr. Magic Man. Got another key. So I'm pretty low on health here. Oh, that's kind of troubling. Got the... is that the hazmat suit? Yes, safety protocol. Immunity to fire, poison, and electricity. Nothing gets through this thing with the notable exception of bullets. Yeah, that makes sense. So there's the room for the old crest. We were not able to accomplish that. We weren't even able to get down to the oubliette to look at the old crest. Okay, and the boss fight. On the off chance that it's... I mean, it's a, what, I guess 1/3 shop for any of these bosses. But just in case it's like ammo conda, something that's going to be more difficult, let's go back and get some health. So I want the Frost Giant, maybe the Flare Gun. Frost Giant does pretty decent damage, yeah. It's ammo conda. Just lighting him up. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Just trying to avoid these bullets. They're everywhere. Oh, and the angry bullets were bouncing off of the, wow, that was a very quick fight. They were bouncing off of the, you know, the little nub that grows right here, the turret. Bouncing off of that and hitting the ammo conda. So we got a lot of value out of that. Got the second round mastery chamber, or second chamber mastery round, and the I-Bomb Companion app. One for that. So it's an active item, detonates explosive objects in the current room. Kids these days can detonate explosives from their phones. In the early days of the Gungeon, some form of shooting was required. Wow. That's maybe in poor taste? I don't know. Talking about blowing stuff up with your phone. I don't see much use for that. You know, maybe it can blow up explosive barrels, but it seems like it would probably hurt me more than help me. I don't know where the secret room could be on this one. Maybe up here? Not there, not there. No? I am not sure. We'll just go down to the next floor. Yeah, I don't think there was anything else in the shop we wanted or could afford. Table Tech Rage. No, you can't afford it anyways. Supply Drop and Flash Ray are both 42. Okay. On down to the Black Powder Mine. I kind of like this alternate skin. Just looks cool. Gives your character a little more, I guess, character than, oh, I'm just, you know, some generic escaped convict. Oh, this person had a life before they went away. What was this person doing that got them in so much trouble? So this is actually a pretty easy room. You just have to run across and hit all of these switches without also taking damage. As long as you can avoid the bullets the enemies are firing from either side, you'll be alright. Oh! The ghost with the sneak attack. And then the shotgun jerk. Okay, I don't want the flare gun to fight the fire enemy. Seems counterproductive. Then the little bandana guy gets shot and falls in a pit. This seems like it'll hit, yeah, everyone. Glad I saw that. Ooh, good chest. And what is this? This is, oh, briefcase of cash. So this is actually the item you get for, or you unlock for beating the convict's past. Looks like it gave us a couple hegemony credits, and I think some money. All the pain and suffering, the personal sacrifices, all the lies, the anger, the betrayal, and the revenge. Was it worth it? Yes. So yeah, it gave us a ton of money. Wow. Sitting at 297. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so... wow, that kind of sets you up for the rest of this run in terms of money. I don't know why I almost took damage on that. Something in my brain just misclicked. And it took me to the last second to roll through that. So yeah, I'll buy a key. I don't care. I guess I'll buy HP also. Maybe I should wait until the end of the floor, or if I'm wait until I'm in a little bit more of a dire situation to buy a key, or to buy health. So we've got the glass shrine, that's nice. Just offers us a little bit of protection. Against this guy, I think I kind of want to light him up. Yeah. I'm glad I killed him before he was able to split off into himself in a couple copies. It's always annoying to deal with. Sometimes you just have to guess it and hope that you're hitting the right one. Although, if I light the main one on fire, I think he'll still be the only one on fire. So that might make it a little easier. Forgot I had the Molotov too. I probably could have used that somewhere on this floor to good effect. Oh nice, I was able to kill him before he got underground. Wow. I'm really liking this rolling eye. Just nice free damage that you otherwise wouldn't get, but I'm doing the thing necessary to get it anyways. Alright, so we got ammo for the Frost Giant. That's nice. I want to use that for the boss. We got a little dog barking in the background. She's mad at somebody. There must be someone outside. Little princess, why are you mad? Cut that out. Yes, there is a little Pomeranian in this house named Princess, and she absolutely lives up to her name. Okay, I hate these guys. They just suck. They block your bullets, they make the rooms take so much longer than they need to, and then right before you kill them, they suicide dive into you. I very nearly took damage on that one. So this does not appear to be a mimic, so let's open it up. And it is the Origami, that's one that we just unlocked. I've used this gun a little bit on my other save file. I gotta say, not super impressed by it. It does pierce, and it follows, like the bullets follow where you're aiming a little bit after they start flying, if that makes sense. I think it would make more sense if I used a mouse. And maybe in the future I will switch to a mouse and keyboard, or at least give it a try. I don't know, when I started, when I first played, I chose the controller. I was familiar with it with, you know, with other twin-stick shooters like Isaac. We have been in the shop? Yes, we have. We can pick that up. So I was just kind of familiar with the layout like that, or like Geometry Wars, stuff like that. So I was comfortable with the twin-stick controller. So that's why I kind of chose that. Maybe I'll try the keyboard and mouse in the future, and, you know, that might give me a bigger appreciation for some guns like this one. I know there are other weapons that follow the cursor, and with a controller it can be kind of difficult to tell where your cursor is in the room. You can kind of tell once the bullets start flying, but if it's a smaller room it can be difficult to tell. I know there's, like, you know, remote controlled rocket launcher, if I'm not mistaken. So you launch a missile and then guide it to the enemy. With a controller, you know, you can see where it's moving and that helps, but with the, you know, you can kind of curve it around enemies or objects. But I feel like with the actual mouse cursor on screen, it would be easier to tell where you're aiming. Okay. I'm surprised I didn't take damage on that room. It was pretty scary with the 3 guys. I wasn't sure which one was the right one. Well, that's just a really long hallway. I thought there would be a room somewhere in there. There's certainly enough space for one on the map. What am I even looking for on the rest of this floor? I guess nothing. This is the last chamber, or the last room. Okay, well, it doesn't hurt to do a couple extra rooms. I mean, I guess it can. Yeah, right there, that was stupid. I was trying to dodge roll through the bullets, and just dodge rolled into one. It's alright, we have plenty of money. I'm not worried about money. Do we have anything we want to get rid of? I don't think so. Yeah, I guess his name is the Cell Creep? Looking up NPCs. Oh, even the shop owner has a name. Starts with a B. I'll have to look that up in a little bit. I don't remember all of them. Some of the merchants, I look at them and I'm like, you're still Blank Man. I don't know what your name is. Or Lockman. I think his name is, it's clever, it's, Flint. So like Flintlock, like a flintlock pistol. Which kind of works, because flintlock weapons are very outdated. And he's a old man with a big old mustache. Okay, this is not doing what I want it to do. I'm just kind of shooting aimlessly at him. So I'm going to switch between Frost Giant and Flare Gun. Ooh, the dodges. The dodge roll. Oh, he does get affected by fire. I wasn't sure. I just threw out the Molotov just to try. I'm just going to blank that. I don't like it. I couldn't see enough. Maybe I should have tried to hit him with the flare gun before he disappeared there. Maybe I could have caught him on fire with that. And he would have taken a little bit of damage over time while he was invulnerable. Or during his, I guess, untargetable phase. Oh, I couldn't get it in time. Yeah, I really don't like phases like this in a boss fight. The Dragon fight, the end of that, the second phase where he's untargetable, but you have to jump, you know, through the gaps in the bullets to shoot the heart. I don't mind that so much. I mean, it's a pretty clear way of how you get through it. It gives you every opportunity to not take damage. I don't feel like it's ever been, you know, truly unfair to me. I'm not sure where else it might be if it's not here, and it doesn't appear to be in here. We'll just go down to the hollow. But the Cannon Balrog fight, he just shows up. You know, he'll show up right on top of you and throw the bullets, and then show up right behind you as you're trying to dodge the next set of bullets. You know, it can be, I don't want to say random, but just unpredictable. And then the, you know, like the High Priest that shows up on the hollow. Very kind of a bullshit fight in terms, you know, I would say. It's got that phase where it goes untargetable and just launches random bullets all around the arena from every corner. There's other bullets that don't appear to have been, yeah, they appear to come out of nowhere, actually. They may just spawn from the wall, as far as I can tell. If I appear to be, you know, if I sound like I'm getting a little salty over this, I've had my battles with the High Priest. The High Priest has lost a few runs for me. That bullet needs to get out of my face. Anyways, I guess the point of my argument is I don't like bosses that go untargetable. Just for the sake of prolonging the fight. I feel like this is just my high horse. It's my soapbox. We got Death, the Grim Reaper. There might be a gun-related pun with this Grim Reaper character. I wonder if it's in the, what is it, the Ammonomicon. We have a little bestiary in here. I'm sure this guy's all the way at the bottom. Yeah, here we go. Oh, Gun Reaper. Okay, that makes sense. Actually, I think there was another reference to Caliber in that. Yeah, the Will of Caliber incarnate. Okay. Doesn't give us a lot more information on Caliber, And something to do with the Gun Reaper. Is it Scythe a shotgun? And I just never noticed? That's what it looked like in that. Yeah, it's a shotgun with a scythe blade on it. Huh. It's a really cool design. Good job, whichever artist came up with that. Well, I guess the artist didn't necessarily come up with it. Someone else could have, and then just told the artist. Good job, everyone involved in this game. I love it. Alright, take out that guy. Found the shop. Table tech site. We're not getting the table tech items I really like to see. Rage isn't bad, and sight isn't bad. Sight slows down time, and I think gives you an extra bullet or two for every shot that you fire. But they kind of go off at angles. So instead of shooting straight ahead, you shoot off, you know, maybe 20 or 30 degrees to either side of it. We got another key. I guess I'll buy that. We have 2 chests on this floor and then 2 on the next floor that we'll want to open. So we still technically need 1 more key to open all of the chests. And then you never know what special rooms might be locked behind a door. Shrines or special, what are they called? Merchants? Shopkeepers. I see you back there. I see you guys behind me. Pop, 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 pop. Get blasted. Oh, this is the real pop, 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 pop. Or as the kids say, blocka, blocka, blocka. I don't think the kids say that anymore. The kids said that when I was a kid. So they probably don't say that anymore. That was a while ago. Guess that depends on when you define the end of your childhood. And if that's the case, then I'm probably still a kid. Like, I mean, you know, married, self-sufficient, basically. You know, and maybe not independent from my wife, but, you know, we are adults that have jobs and pay taxes and all that not fun shit. But at the same time, we still are very much youthful. Trying to find. I wanted to say childlike, but that's. We still have moments of childlike wonderment. Let's see what's in here. It is the Mat Man. No, but that door was on the other side last time. Yeah, he doesn't know that it's different every time. Poor Mat Man. He's just got to keep moving. But anyways, yeah. You know, you're just because you're 18 and a legal adult doesn't mean you're not a child. You could be 50 and still be a child, or 80. I guess that's all up to you. I mean, I guess just to kind of really bring the point home of I'm not sure when or if me and my wife are, you know, ended childhood. For both of our birthdays, we like to go to our city's children's museum. And I guarantee you we are the oldest kids celebrating their birthday at the children's museum. But it's great. I mean, I spent a lot of time there when I was a kid. My mom used to work there. So when I was, you know, from the time I was born to the time I was about 2.5, she worked there. And so she would just take me and my sister to work with her. We would play all around the museum, hang out with the employees. She worked in the theater that's kind of in the downstairs of the museum. So, you know, we had the whole theater to roam around and play backstage and look at the costumes and the props, and it was a good, like, I think that's why I've kind of held on to childhood. You know, everyone's got kind of shitty moments in their childhood, and mine's no different from that, but when you start learning at such a young age that the world is so wonderful, how can you not reach out and try to grab that as often as possible? The tagline for the Children's Museum, I think, is really what held me onto it. And that's, Indianapolis Children's Museum, where children grow up and adults don't have to. So I'm going to say I'm one of those adults that doesn't have to grow up. There's always something to learn, and if you're still learning, you're still growing. Oh, I shouldn't have reloaded right there. So the hammer shoots out very fast, you know, it's got a very fast rate of fire, pretty fast bullet speed, and then the last bullet in each clip throws a hammer, and that hammer can stun, and it does a ton of damage. So it's kind of like the post gun in that regards, where the last round is modified. And there are a few other weapons like that. The way to tell is just look over at your clip, and if that last round looks different from the others, it probably does something special. I like the noise those guys made. Like they just couldn't catch, you know, catch their ground. What do we have here? The T-shirt cannon, machine gun wash only. I wonder if they built that based off solely off of that pun. Fires T-shirts. Okay, we've got just the hallway back to an earlier room. Is this the last? Yeah, this is the last passage. Okay, so the knockback seems pretty decent. You can use it to knock guys around into the pits. Boom, boom, boom. I like that noise. The skeleton does not seem to be affected by the knockback, so maybe we'll just move to a real weapon. Move back to a real weapon. Move back to the hammer. Wow, yeah, the hammer killed the skull in one hit. Unless it happened to take a couple of pepper shots from the last couple rounds in it. Oh, I found the secret room, which contains another chest and a key, so basically a free chest, with +1 bullets, +1 to bullet. What does that do for us? Masterwork bullets. Peer-reviewed studies have shown that these bullets are precisely 1 better than normal bullets. Okay, so, not really sure what that means. I assume it's just damage up, or stat, you know, maybe all stats up. Shadow bullets, double tap. What do we got on that one? Fires additional projectiles. These umbral bullets hide in the shadows of other bullets, waiting for the right time to strike. So, yeah, I think it's those darker bullets, maybe, right there at the end. So we should have completed our map. No, but that door was on the other side last time. So maybe there's a room after the boss fight? I've seen that a few times, but it's pretty rare. So yeah, let's do Tommy Gun, Frost Giant. We've got the Wallmonger. So we actually have a pretty good setup against the Wallmonger because we are immune to fire. I believe he is also immune to fire. So maybe throwing our own Molotov out there wasn't the best course of action. Oh, I tried to blank. I really, really did. I really did. I thought the hazmat suit was our key to flawlessing this fight. Oh well. If that's the only damage we take, it's not terrible. I really thought the Frost Giant would kill him before, or just in one round. Okay, so there's a cell key, so I guess there is going to be an extra room here. What do we need ammo for? I'll take it for the Tommy gun. It's pretty decent at clearing out rooms. Okay, so now our map is complete, and we got Freifel and Grey Mouser, I think are their names. It's about time someone stopped by. Name's Freifel, so I got that one right. Got surrounded, and before you know it, the cowards had us trapped. Thanks for the help. Ah, wonderful. You might have heard of me. I am known as the Grey Mouser. Ah, I was right. No? Regardless, my headstrong companion here was beginning to get bored. My thanks. So these two, they show up in the breach, and they give you hunting quests. So they'll say, hey, go down into the gungeon and find this many of this enemy and kill them. And you can do it over as many runs as you need to do it, because some runs you may only find, you know, at one point they send you out to kill lead maidens. How many of those are you going to find in a run? Maybe 2 or 3? So it's going to take several runs to complete each of those. But that's fine. It's just one more thing for us to keep an eye on. One more thing to pay attention to and work towards. And each of the quests unlocks more items to show up in the gungeon, as you probably could have guessed. Pretty much everything you do gives you more items to show up in the gungeon. Oh, I was trying to dodge the bullet. I probably should have just dodged back to the right. Oh, we got a key. That's nice. I'm gonna save picking it up for right now. Or try to. Getting kind of overwhelmed here. Okay. Ooh, that was bad. Alright, so we got the long-armed... I don't know what that guy's called. I should probably learn its name. I know it's in the Ammonomicon. I'll just learn it right now. That guy is called... Revolvenant? I'm guessing that's a play off of, like, Revenant. Revolvenant? I need to come up with a better name for that. Anyways, that guy is dead. Here's another one. Revolvenant. I really don't care for that name. I get the wordplay they're going for. Revolver, Revenant. Revenant is like a ghost. Some sort of ghosty. Spooky specter. Phantasm of the night. But I feel like that one may be just a little bit too forced. Gun Reaper, pushing it. Revolvenant, way past the limit. Oh, I don't like this. I am so stuck in this corner. Okay, we're out. With the last bullet from the Tommy gun, the enemy goes down. Okay, we've got some ammo for the hammer that we can go through. Easy enough. Just stayed well out of the way of that thwomp block. I'm not messing with that. Ooh, I don't know how I managed to stick between the bullets there. I thought for sure I was taking damage. And that bullet came out way too fast. I forgot that we have these shadow bullets that are shooting out behind all of ours too. All of the shots. I guess not all of the shots, but a lot of them. That's very nice. I'm glad we found that. And that with the +1 to bullet, whatever that does for us. And the angry bullets. We've gotten a lot of bullet modifications on this run. I really like that. I feel like that's the way to kind of build a winning run. And unfortunately there's no way to guarantee more bullet modifications unless you see them in the shop. Coin Crown. Oh, you unlock that by having more than 300 coins at one time, which we could have gotten much earlier. Oh, we unlocked it, we didn't get it. That's right, that makes sense. So not a mimic, and not a secret room. We've not found the blacksmith yet, so I don't really want to pick up that key. I don't know if the key rule applies on the forge, or if it only applies to the through the main shopkeeper, whatever his name happens to be. Mustache Man. That's his new name. It's not a very creative name. Just a new name. Probably not even a new name. I'm sure someone's called him Mustache before. Hey, Mustache. I imagine that's probably grounds to be kicked out of the shop. You start being an asshole to him. We got more ammo. We'll take that for the hammer. And then I'll use the rest of this Tommy gun ammo and switch back over to the hammer. It's a pretty, as long as the ammo drops keep coming, this is a pretty decent setup for clearing out rooms. It's not, you know, the heroin or Mega Hand. Both of those can one-shot most enemies at this point in the game. That was really mean. They made me dodge, and they didn't give me enough space to dodge. Aha! Get hit by your own bullet, Mr. Shotgun. Do I make the diagonal? Yes. I didn't need to take that risk. I regret doing it. Not enough where I probably won't do it again, but enough to where I wish I hadn't done it this past time. Okay, so he's dead right before he does the attack I really hate. Okay, so I meant to actually switch back over to the hammer and not the ice giant there. Alright, looks like this path to the top is probably going to loop around to the item room. I don't know why I know why I was about to dodge into that enemy's bullets. It's the kind that only shoots them out, you know, a certain distance and then retracts them. And there was another enemy in the room that just shoots them out and does not retract them. And I knew which one I was shooting at, I knew which one I was killing, and which one was going to still be shooting at me, and my brain just did not recognize the difference. Okay, so there's probably one more room before the item room. What was that bring sound? I'm sure it was just one of the enemies. Okay, yeah, it was that guy teleporting. For some reason, it just sounded more special than that. So we have another green chest, and another not a secret room. Is that a mimic? No, I thought I saw it breathing a little bit. So we need 2 keys, one from the shopkeeper, or one from the floor. We do not have any junk to give that shrine. I believe it gives you armor for junk. So yeah, this is really good. We got some good stuff here. I will pick up a key, because we have another one over on the floor. We'll pick up the bullet that can kill the past. I still want to kill the convict's past on video. Okay, so Omega Bullets makes the last bullet in your gun do extra damage. So I want that. Something like the hammer is going to be really good with that. I don't know if anything else that we have. I don't think it does. Ghost Bullets I think is penetrating bullets, which doesn't really matter to us right now. But the Judge is another gun that has an extra effect on its last bullets. So let's go around and get a key, and then pick up these 2 chests. See what else we can get out of this floor. That is Ring of Ethereal Form. That's pretty awesome. It basically makes you invincible for a few seconds. Does it say how long? Just temporary incorporability. Incorporeality. I'm sorry. I cannot read. And the Demon Head, which is just a pretty decent beam weapon. Alright, so now we just need to find the shop. Little dog's mad again. No danger, little dog. No danger. So I've got 2 weapons that I'm really thinking of using for the Dragon, and that's going to be the hammer and the Judge. They should just shred right through him. Yeah, here we go. 42 credits. Was there health in here? And if there was, do I need to get it? There is not health in here, so I don't need to worry about it. No health on the floor. So we've got the hammer. We've got the Judge. I don't know what I want to start with. Maybe just the hammer. Okay, it's doing okay in terms of damage. Now, when do I want to use my active item? Probably during the phase where the bullets come from either side, and it can be difficult to tell when they're gonna stop. I like to stay against the back wall during this phase. I like to stay to the back wall, but it can be hard sometimes to tell. Damn it. It can be hard to tell sometimes if you're going to get hit or not until it's maybe too late. So, bad thing happened. I tried to blank the little daggers that the Dragon throws. It is possible to use a blank and destroy them before they are able to do anything. It's just difficult timing. I'm not sure if I've ever done it correctly at all, even. So yeah, this phase I hate. I'll usually take one hit of damage there if I'm trying to dodge through it. You should be just about done with this phase. And I think during the heart phase, maybe I'll use the demon head. Just because it's a beam weapon, so it does constant damage. If it doesn't seem like that's doing enough, then we'll change it up, find something else. We got plenty of guns to choose from, and I'm not worried about using all of the ammo for any of them, because in the past it doesn't even matter. You get a whole new set of items and guns. So yeah, that did a great job at shredding through his health there. Wow. I don't know if I've ever killed the heart in one round before. That's amazing. Alright, we got a bunch more hegemony credits. What did we start this with? Oh gosh, 2 maybe? Now we're up to 18. That's pretty awesome, especially considering didn't go to either of the secret floors, the oubliette or the Abbey of the True Gun. That's an easy way to get a couple extra hegemony credits per run. Okay, so we've got the bullet that can kill the past. I didn't check. Normally I like to double check just to make sure. I didn't double check, but I know that we talked to the blacksmith. I know we picked up the bullet. So I'm not going to pop open the inventory and look for it. Oh, it changed her costume back to the default, the orange jumpsuit. That's weird. Nightclub confession. The past, 12 years prior. Finally. Boss, they're here. It's the H-Mon. I don't know how they got in so fast. Most of the crew are already pinched. You gotta make a break for it. If they take you down, we're all hosed. And then he goes and hides behind a couch. And just lets all of this happen. That's a friend. ... What are all these hegemony goons doing here? Our arrangement has come to an end. How long did you think your little operation was going to last, LL? The imperial hegemony of man cannot allow this to continue. An example has to be made. You traitorous dog, we had a deal. You're dead. I admire your conviction, but we've got this place completely surrounded. Boys, Booker. Hegemony Citizen 83H4-I59, primary alias, Laser Lily. You are under arrest for collusion, embezzlement, and extortion. You are also currently under investigation for tax evasion, armed robbery, credit fraud, wanton destruction of property, the illegal sale of arms, aiding and abetting, drug trafficking, smuggling of prohibited substances, grand larceny, and several counts of conspiracy to commit murder. Wow. So yeah, she probably should be convicted if she is actually guilty of all of these things. We'll be taking you in. Don't make any sudden moves. Put your hands on the desk. So we can teach them a lesson and flip the desk, or we can teach them a lesson again and flip the desk. I'm going to teach them a lesson and flip the desk. So as you can see, we have the Tommy gun and the budget revolver, but those are the only two weapons. We just happen to have the Tommy gun on this run. No matter what items you have when you go to the past, it will overwrite that with whatever items you're supposed to have in that past. So let's talk to this guy. What does he have to say? That was a close one, boss. You'd better scramble. Anything else? The car is out front. The car is out front. And as you can see, we also got our Molotov cocktail back, which in a nightclub seems like a really bad idea. Okay, so you can't actually just walk out to the car. You can see it sitting out there, but it wants you to go up here and fight this guy. I didn't expect they'd hold you for long, but now that you're resisting arrest, you won't leave this room alive. Let's dance! The crooked suit, black stash. Look at his face. That is messed up. People should not look like that. Not to be rude, but like, damn son, you ugly. Wow, so I just missed him with the Molotov on that. Just pepper these guys, get them out of the way. They just make the fight a little bit more dangerous than it needs to be. Ooh! Wow, that was actually a pretty good strategy on his part. Threw the bombs to kind of throw me off guard and then came charging at me. That's kind of cool. There's a shadow going around me in certain parts of the room, and it appears to be based off of some light source. Yeah, like right there, you can see the shadow. That's kind of cool. I'm not sure what the light source is. Probably just the disco lights of the club. Let me try to light him on fire there. Yeah, there we go. I know he catches on fire from my Molotovs. I don't know if I trick him into walking through his own Molotovs if he will take damage. I feel like if you're dumb enough to walk into your own Molotov cocktail, you deserve to get hit. Wow, so I'm actually out of ammo for the Tommy gun now. Maybe I mean, I was just spamming it out. I can't be too surprised. He's almost dead. Still have plenty of health left. Okay. Just stay safe. If I died when his health bar was, you know, unable to be read, that would be embarrassing. So what does he say now? You never did make things easy. Nothing else? Nothing else. Go to car. Oh! Heh. There's no point. They'll hunt you down eventually. You can't run forever. Okay, so go to car is, that's definitely a Hotline Miami reference right there. That's kind of cool. And that is the convict's past. So the convict has been absolved of her past, I guess. Laser Lily. Well, thanks for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. If you like what you saw, go ahead and click like and subscribe to the channel down below. You can check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/BigBadBardMedia, and if you follow that channel, you'll get a notification anytime I go live. You can follow me on Twitter at BigBadBardMedia, and I post whenever I upload a new video. I post that to Twitter, and then whenever I'm going live, I will also post that to Twitter. If you don't want to do any of that stuff and just hang out for the next episode, that's fine with me. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.